What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me on my Telegram channel, t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my chat, which is going to be linked in the description below. So today we're going to talk about a few different things. I want to get into Uniswap and the Uniswap token and why that's not going down right now. I've really had a couple of days to think about this, to look at the supply, to run some numbers in my head, and the price goal of about $50 per token, I think, is a little bit more realistic at this point, considering the fact that it is one of the biggest exchanges in the entire world, and considering how they've distributed their tokens already. I think it really is a matter of a couple days to figure out whether or not this coin is going to be a top 10 coin pretty soon here. So we'll take a look at that and evaluate what's going to happen with the Uniswap token in the future. But first, I want to spend like maybe 3 or 4 minutes talking about another Uniswap gem. This is called the Null token. So I know, like, I like to bring you guys some really obscure gems sometimes. A user by the name of XDie in my Telegram actually introduced me to Printer.Finance, and Printer.Finance did pretty much exactly what I said it was going to do. I said that the supply was extremely low and that it had a huge chance to go up parabolically because like nobody had any tokens, and it did that. It did exactly what I was predicting. It went up about 13 or 14x since I made my video, but unfortunately they had a pretty major flaw in the contract for farming it. Not in the contract for the coin itself. The coin itself worked perfectly fine, but since it was a farming coin and you couldn't farm with it, it was essentially useless after they can't farm that flaw, and that's a whole different story for itself. But this token that I want to talk about with you guys today here is called the Null token. Before I get to the Uniswap token and the analysis over there, now with this Null token, this is this is a token that is worth nothing. I mean, the name Null means nothing in a lot of different languages, and rightfully so, because this is all you got. Don't ask me where the Telegram for this thing is. Don't ask me who the developers are. Don't ask me what's more information you got on this Null token. Well, this is it. This is all the information I got on the screen right here. So it has a max supply of 11,000, which is a fixed supply. I think that they cannot mint any tokens. Now, I'm not a coder, so don't quote me on any of this stuff. I can look at some basic stuff and show you guys some functions that I don't see in there, which is good, but do your own due diligence and research and crack the code yourself. So there's 11,000 supply, which is extremely low, similar to Printer.Finance, except I think it has about 10 times more the supply of Printer.Finance. Now, Printer went up to a total of, I think, $6,000 before it dumped pretty hard after that. So you can divide that by 10 and see the Null token potentially hitting $600 if it's the same amount of people get interested in it. And like pretty much nobody was interested in Printer, if I'm being honest. It was not a huge project by any scope or means. So it's a possibility this thing can hit $600. The liquidity pool, they provided 10,500 tokens to the liquidity pool, and the key with this, and the reason why I'm even talking about this in the first place, is because it's locked 100% for a year. So if you click on that link, it's going to bring you right here where Unicrypt is, and it says basically 100%, or 297 liquidity pool tokens are locked, and its unlock date is 1 year from now. So that's a huge deal. That means that exit scamming via like selling all the tokens or taking the liquidity out is not available. The devs only have 500 tokens as well, so that's another big deal, because 500 tokens, if I do 500 tokens right here, that's only 14 Ethereum. That's not like 1,000 Ethereum worth these tokens. So I like the fact that, like, a lot of times, and this is the reason why I haven't talked about anything, so many people have DM'd me all these different projects, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I'll check it out when it launches, because I don't do pre-sales. I don't do any type of pre-sales or anything like that, because there's so many scams and just shady stuff and just failed projects that happen with pre-sales. And with Null.Finance, it's not doing a pre-sale at all, so that's a huge positive. And the devs, like, a lot of times the devs can be greedy and they just give themselves like 15-25% of the supply. This dev is giving themselves 500 tokens, which is, again, not really that much. Now, the only real negative, actually, let me show you the contract address before I go into the negative. So here's the contract right here. What I usually do to see if there's any shady business going on is you can scan through this and look for something if you're good at reading code. This code is not ultra long, so it's not like they can hide anything pretty scandalous in here very easily. So it's only 125 lines. Additionally, you guys can go to read contract and write contract and see if there's any fishy lines here. So there's nothing fishy in read. You can't do anything with read anyway, but with write you can do fishy stuff, and it looks like you can approve, which is normal, transfer, which is normal, decrease approval, which is normal. There's another transfer from. So this is another transfer, which is normal, increase approval, and transfer ownership. All this stuff is normal stuff in terms of writing stuff in the contract. So there's that. But again, do your own research on that. I'm not a professional Solidity reader. And the only negative that I can really say Null.Finance has, if I go over here, and right now there's only 93 holders. Pretty sure I brought you Printer.Finance when there was 143 holders, and that thing went 15x after that. But if we take a look at the holders, the distribution is not as widely distributed as I would like it to be. You can see that the top like maybe 15 or 16 people after these three addresses, the top 15 people have about 36% of the supply, which is a little worrisome, because I mean a couple of these 15 people could just dump everything when the price goes to $600 and really kill the price. And if they're not seasoned investors, and 3 or 4 of them dump their supply of like 8%, it's gonna cause a pretty big panic. So that's the only negative. So I'm sitting here at like rank 20, 25 or 26 or something. I have about 78 tokens right here. So that's pretty much 1% of the supply, and I think maybe I'm going to scoop up a little bit more just so that I can have control over the supply a little bit more, and not have everybody like ultra mega dump it. But again, it can be more evenly distributed because Uniswap does have a big portion of those tokens, and as more people buy, the distribution will be a little more even overall. But I mean, we'll see what happens with Null.Finance. I just wanted to bring that to you guys. If it does go up 10x tomorrow, I mean, it's really easy for that token to be able to, since it's had such a small supply. And as long as these, as far as development, like people I ask, what's going on with this token? Nothing is going on. Null, nilch, zip, zot, nada. But maybe they'll release a farm. Maybe they'll do something with it. Those will be separate contracts, so you'll have to vet those yourself after those are launched. But definitely keep an eye on it. All right, so next up, we can take a look at the Uniswap UNI token. So this one is currently sitting at, let's go to CoinGecko and see, it's a top gainer again, 100% up today, up to $7.08, sitting at rank 30, market cap of $730 million. So I did a little bit more digging into this, and what I found out, I had this up, but I guess it's not up anymore. Let me see if I can find the tab. So yeah, what I found out right here is that the way that they did the distribution of the tokens is, I thought they were going to heavily distribute tokens over farming. And a lot of times when farms heavily just give away tons and tons and tons of tokens, it dumps day by day, and the buys do not keep up with the sells day by day. But Uniswap has taken a little bit of a backwards approach and given everybody free tokens on day one, and a lot of those people already sold their tokens because it was like $2,000 for free. So who's gonna pass up on that opportunity? And I'm not gonna fault you for selling too early. And like, also don't like beat yourself up for taking $2,000 that could have been $8,000. You made $2,000. Why are you crying? But anyway, like I said, since most of those tokens were given out to people, and a lot of them were just insta sold, what you have right now left are like some hardcore holders. And the fact that even though there's a ton of locked liquidity in the actual farming contract itself, so let me see if I can get the pool open. So here's the pool. Even though there's a ton of liquidity in this, where is it? Uni. Yeah, there's like hundreds of millions of dollars for each of these stable coins right here. They're not paying out like a crazy high amount or APY at all. So there's not really a way that it's going to like ultra dump as people are mining these tokens through this liquidity pool. So because of that, I think that as time goes by, as more and more people learn that they have Uni tokens and unlock their Uni tokens and say, wow, I got $6,000 for free, let me dump that, then the token itself gets stronger and stronger with big time holders, and the price will be much less likely to be suppressed. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. So this is the 2-day chart right here. Like I said, this thing can just dump to nothing because it doesn't do anything. It's just like the Null token. It doesn't really do much. There's governance and voting, but I mean, whoop-de-doo. But one thing that you can compare that with is Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin also doesn't do anything pretty much at all. It's just a coin that exists on the blockchain. That one has a market cap of $201 million. So we can do some dreaming right here and see where Uniswap can go if it gets the same level as Bitcoin. So again, I think that rank like 7 or 8, putting it next to Binance is pretty realistic considering the fact that it is the largest decentralized exchange ever of all time. So putting it at this rank right here, putting it in a market cap of about $4 billion. Well, let's see, what is that? 40 divided by 7 is about 5x, close to 6x the price is what the price is right now. So we're gonna look at 6 times $7.10. Whoops, 6 times $7.10. So we're looking at a $42 coin. So that's what I suspected that. I remember that I said that. About $50 coin if you're putting it at rank 7 right here with the Binance coin 4, 5, 6, 7. You're looking at $50, and I think that number is probably the most realistic number about where Uniswap could go based on the hype alone. And if you want to extrapolate that even further, if it has a $4 billion market cap, so let's say 200 divided by 4, we're looking at another 50x. Is that a 50x? That is a 50x. Jeez Louise, 50x from there. 50 times 50 would give us, not 250 times 50, so it would give us a $2,500 coin. So some people that are saying $1,000 coin, that would put Uniswap above Ethereum itself, which is insane. Like I said, that's most likely not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up for that. But I mean, that's the possibility of it competing with Bitcoin, because I've heard a few people saying that that's what it's supposed to do, is be a competitor to Bitcoin as well as be a governance token too, because I mean, Bitcoin didn't really have a pre-sale. It was kind of just distributed to people, and same with Uniswap. It didn't really have a pre-sale, but it kind of did based on the fees and people supporting it. And so the coin is just supporting the people that support it, kind of like how Bitcoin was when it first started. So those are just some pipe dreams that you guys can have for your Uniswap token. Again, sitting at $7 right now. I put in about 25 ETH, I think yesterday around the same time, and it's turned into about 35 ETH. And I'm thinking about going pretty hard, heavy hammer style, as if it dumps a little bit more, to be honest, just to see what's going to happen with it. Now, as far as it dumping, it does have the potential to do that. Like, don't, and I said this in my last video, when you get overconfident about something, reality will hit you hard in the face. And when you get over euphoric about something, reality will hit you hard in the face. And that's when the thing rebounds back to $3 for 7 months before it goes up to $50. And so can you hold out that long after you get hit in the face that hard is the question. So that is the Uniswap token. That's why the price isn't really going down to the depths of nowhere, because the farm isn't providing as much of a faucet as I think it was. But at the same time, the supply is still going to increase a lot. So there's a lot of coins to get out here. So you guys can look at the release schedule. Right now, we're like here at about 100 million coins. And in the 4 years from now, or you guys can, I don't know if this is a 4-year chart. Yeah, this is 4 years from now. You're looking at 10 times the supply. So supply is going to increase a lot. But I mean, Bitcoin did the same thing. So stranger things have happened in crypto in the beginning of crypto. All right, so let's move on to the next two things I want to talk about: Sun mining, or Justin Sun's answer to the Uniswap's Uni coin, and Yam and Sushi. A lot of people were saying this isn't like Sushi. Well, I mean, it is. It's like everything. He's just trying to copy the idea. You guys can say whatever you want, but I've made about 7 coins here, and I don't know. I actually haven't checked the price of Sun today. Yesterday it was at about $20, and today it's probably a little bit less. Let's thought $24. So this thing is holding out. Surprisingly, it's going pretty sideways. So that's a pretty nice profit of, what is that, 25 times 7 for the amount that I put in here is about $125 in 1 day. With the Uniswap coin, before I forget, the liquidity that I provided in here, oh my god, I have so many Uniswap tabs. Let's go to manage and see how much. I got about 70 tokens. So 70 times 7 is about $400, close to $500 within a day with the price rising. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, well, how much did you put in to get that much? Really, really high amount, probably more than you have for most of my viewers. So like I said, the rates for this are extremely low. If I only got $500 a day from the stupidly huge amount that I put into here, if you're putting in, let's just say if you're putting in maybe like $500, you're not gonna get, I don't think you're gonna get one Uniswap token a week for that. It might take you like a month to get one Uniswap token, but that's the rates that are coming here for about 70% APY. You can calculate how much you're gonna make if you just get APY, divide it by 365. That'll see your daily percent yield, etc., etc. So that is the Sun token. And the last thing I want to cover is actually passive profit platforms like CashFX Group, PGI Global, Battalium. These are doing really well too. Now, I've talked about a lot of these things. These are my kind of big three that have developers or leaders that are present and real people that have spoken on behalf of the company. And a few other things too, like proofs that they exist in many different places and products to sell, and nothing real scammy like. I know that some people have their own opinions. If you have your opinions about these types of passive profit platforms, you can keep them to yourself and not just join them, because I'm not telling you to join them or anything. But for the people that are in them right now, they are doing like well, and this is the thing that I like to check up on and look at, because I expect when we have like really green, easy peasy green days, if I make a lot of money in crypto on a day, then these trading platforms with these professional traders should make a lot of money in crypto in one day. And sure enough, like in CashFX Group 2 days ago, when I think when this whole Uni thing started, and when you had other farms doing really well, they had a 1.7% payout, which is extremely good. Usually it's around about 1%. So this tells me that these guys are probably doing the trading. Yes, indeed. And of course, they have other things that attest to that as well. PGI Global, same deal. So if I go check out one of their latest trading days, I think this was also on the 16th. So go to this day. Yeah, on the 16th, they got a 1.3% payout day, which is higher than all these other days. So again, that tells me that they are following the markets. That was a good day for me, so it should have been a good day for them. Battalium is kind of the exception. They kind of get the same percent every single day. I'm actually not sure what their percent was a couple of days ago. It doesn't show right there, but they also have a BLM token. Interestingly chosen acronym for their token, but it is what it is. Maybe they don't live in the United States. Anyway, so that is everything for today, guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update on this mystery token, this null token. Again, if this doesn't do anything, don't come crying to me, because I'm not saying it's going to do it. Literally, it does nothing. It does nothing. The website is nothing. The Telegram is nothing. They don't promise any development. This is for future possible development. That means they might not develop anything, and they might just dump their tokens. But in terms of everything else, it looks pretty solid in terms of they're not asking for the entire house for you to give away your entire house for them to even start doing anything. Like most projects ask for your arm and your leg before they even give you a website. So that is everything for today, guys. Catch you in the next video. Let me know what you guys think about the price of Uniswap. I'm interested to hear what you guys think the price is going to be. So if you leave that in the comments section or go to my Telegram group and talk about it there, that would be great. Also, if you guys are interested in things like CashFX Crew, PGI Global, and Battalium, there's a link tree in my description below where you guys can get linked to the websites and do a little bit more research on them. And also my website, kingoffomo.com, which I haven't updated in like 2 months. I have to update that. It also has all the links to this stuff and some descriptions about them too. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace out.